Hi, welcome to Two Jews Making Food. I'm Amy.
And I'm Rebecca, otherwise known as TJMF.
And today it's Challah Atcha, girl.
Challah Atcha, girl.
Challah.
We are taking on
God.
challah, which I know Amy is a little bit nervous.
I am
We have
very
talked
scared.
about this episode for a very long time.
Yeah. This is why you're taking the lead on this one.
I am taking the lead. Challah does not scare me. We got the braids. We've got active yeast.
Ugh.
Your favorite word.
Yeast. Ugh.
And today we're going to make challah. We are
We
super
refer to it as
pumped.
Y-E-A-S-T.
Well, Amy does.
Y-E-A-S-T.
Yeah. So we've got all the ingredients. I think challah is actually super easy to make. It is just kind of an endeavor in terms of your time.
Takes a lot of time.
It takes a lot of time, meaning it takes time to get the dough made, and then you have to let it rest and rise. And then you have to punch it back down to get it, you know.
I like that part.
You like the punching it
I
back
do like
down?
the punching.
And then you have to braid it, and then it has to rise again. So there's a lot of rise time that's going on, which I think is what intimidates people, is that it feels like it's an endeavor. But really, it's just making bread.
Yeah, I'm not afraid of the braiding.
No,
It's
you're
just the
creative, you're
whole-
artsy.
Oh, thank you. It's just the whole, you know, thing.
Shebang.
It's just a process.
Although it's funny, I'm looking at the ingredients, and the ingredients are all like very basic. It's like the most basic ingredients, but it does feel like a journey.
Are you calling these ingredients basic?
Yes, these are
They're basic.
basic ingredients. we are basic, they're basic. All right, so let's talk about why is challah so Jewish?
Yeah. Well, and you know, we have our trusty 100 most Jewish foods by Alana Newhouse. It is a highly debatable list, as it says
It
right
says
here.
highly debatable.
But this is the challah and other Sabbath breads. Oh, my little paper there. That's for later. But you won't be able to see this unless we could do the overhead.
Oh, you can do
but
the overhead.
funny thing is,
Look,
I
here
don't
we
know if you can
are.
see- Oh yeah, there's two ladies making
I'm making it
challah,
work.
and one is clearly Rebecca, and one is clearly me. And that
Well,
was unfair.
the one with the hair on top of the
Pile
head,
on top of
kind
the
of
head,
like
that's
challah,
me.
is definitely you.
That's me. But anyway, we thought it was humorous that there were
So
two
whenever
ladies
you
making
mention challah, people think Jewish food. I think it's like number one, like matzo ball soup,
Yeah.
challah, brisket. I mean, I think that these are like,
Latkes.
yes, these are like touch points.
So it says, the Sabbath dinner table carries a hefty symbolic weight on top of its four legs and freshly pressed tablecloth.
Oh.
After the destruction of the Holy Temple in Jerusalem, the rabbis transferred many of the rites once performed there, lighting candles, blessing wine, washing hands, blah, 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 blah. At the center of this domestic altar is bread. Loaves made to represent the showbread that once was placed on the altar as a divine offering. So each Friday night, as people lift and bless their bread before tucking into the festival meal, they are knowingly or not reenacting an ancient priestly ritual.
So we are doing an ancient priestly ritual here
yeah.
today. We're getting it going.
Does that make us priestesses?
Oh my!
Whoa.
I hope so. I hope so. That sounds magical. So in terms of
And
starting
it's
the
and it
dough,
started with it came from the
oh yes,
Germany and
there's lots of other types of bread that
Yes.
people in different parts of the world, different Jews from different parts of the world, do different types of bread as their like challah.
some are sweeter,
Some are sweeter,
some
are
are
flat.
spiced.
Like there's
Yeah.
the one from the Syrian Jews. They whole wheat flatbread is like more of their type of challah. So this is a German-based
This is like the traditional egg challah.
egg challah.
Yeah.
So
Challah.
now, to get started,
Right, I'm getting
I
into the
find
book.
you're getting ready to the book. One of the most important parts, I think, of making a good challah bread is that you have to use good active yeast. Your favorite word. I'm sorry, Amy. We're just going to keep going over it. So I have 3/4 of a cup of lukewarm water and about 1 tablespoon of active yeast. I like to do this before I mix in any of the rest of the ingredients because I want to see if the yeast is actually good, if it is active. So when you put it in to the warm water, I would usually use a spoon, but I didn't take one out.
Washed your hands.
I washed my hands and I'm using my fingers.
She's very clean.
So you do this, and what happens is when the yeast gets activated, it begins to bubble. You'll notice that it kind of bubbles around the sides. If you do not see bubbles and it doesn't start to activate, then your yeast isn't good. Then you need to get a new package of yeast.
Bubbly.
So this is 1 tablespoon of active yeast. It's also 1/2 ounce or 2 packages, the active yeast packages that you can buy at the grocery store. So I happen to have like a big tub, and it's
You
1
have a big
tablespoon.
tub of yeast?
Yes.
Wow.
I make a lot of bread. And it takes a lot. So if you look in here, you can see I know you can't. You can't. Look, there's bubbles. You see the bubbles?
Yes, I do.
It means that the yeast is breathing, Amy.
Oh,
It's
great.
active. Active yeast, Amy.
Ugh.
So now also what yeast likes is it likes sugar. So now I have actually tried several different types of recipes in my journey, on my challah journey. And I found that when I made it with sugar, like just regular sugar, it didn't taste as the sweetness that I was looking for in the challah bread that I personally like. So I'm going with honey. Tell me.
No, that's good.
Oh, I thought you had like
I
a
love
thought.
honey and challah.
I love it. Well, I think it gives it it's not just sweetness, it's like a warm sweetness. And that's what I think the difference is. Like I said, the challah was good. I mean, you're always going to have good challah, whether it's sugar or honey. I just prefer the sweetness of the honey in the bread.
Fair enough.
So I do 1/3 cup. Now, what I'm doing is this recipe is just for 1 loaf of challah. And Amy said she would rather...
I'm going to go through the trouble of doing this. I'm going to make loaves.
Yes, which there's a lot of obvious flour when you go to make this. So instead of 4 cups of flour, which is what I'm using today, it's 8 cups of flour. So go ahead and just knock.
Sticky.
Yeah, sticky. So I'm
You
not...
put that right up in the yeast.
Oh.
I said it.
You said it out loud for everyone to hear.
did.
It's on
I
record.
feel okay about it.
You know what? I just have decided I'm not going with any kind of utensils today.
People who know me know I don't like the word moist.
I know. You don't even say
And
stuff.
yeast is quite similar, actually.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So I think I am going to just get a fork, which I think is in here.
A fork.
A fork.
Now, you're not going to like fully prep this dough
No.
because it's too tedious, but you are going to do a tutorial
So-
on, we have a new website.
Yes, we do.
It's oddly twojewsmakingfood.com.
Two Jews Making Food.
So-
twojewsmakingfood.com.
Yes, it's also .net. I got that one for
both?
free. Yes,
Oh,
but go to
hey.
.com,
We love
twojewsmakingfood.com,
things for
or
free.
Instagram @twojewsmakingfood, and all of our videos are on, and actually on YouTube, Two Jews Making Food. But that's all linked from our website, and you can even watch old episodes before we were here at LTV.
Yes, I will show.
Tune in, subscribe.
That's right. Hit that subscribe button.
Yes, please.
I'm going to show on our website and things, not here today, what it's like when the whole dough comes together. Basically, what you do from here is you're going to add a little bit of salt to the flour. You're going to add 1/3 cup of oil to the mixture. You're going to add 1 egg yolk, save the egg whites, put them off to the side, and then 2 eggs into the flour. You're going to mix all of this together. And it takes a little bit of work. I have a KitchenAid, one of those big stand mixers that I use, and it just kneads the dough for me. I basically get it to where it's nice and soft. It's not sticking so much to the sides, and then I take it out and I do a bunch of turns. It probably takes about 7 minutes total to knead the dough, to get it like nice and supple and soft and not sticky, but it's not harsh. You want to just have it be lovely, fun dough. It's fun. You look at it and you're like, I want to touch it, right?
I got to tell you,
touch
your
it.
dough runneth over. Look at this.
Dough runneth over as it should.
That's amazing.
Oh, I love that dough.
Well, hey, so you're going to start getting this ready to roll.
So you knead the dough.
Yeah,
And
you
then
knead
once
it.
that's done, you put a little bit of oil into a bowl, and you roll the dough around and kind of cover it in the oil. And you're going to cover it and let it rise for about 90 minutes until it doubles in size.
Look at that.
You will know when it doubles in size because it looks, I mean, this dough is
Like a muffin
beautiful.
top.
I know, it's too big for that bowl. It
Here,
really,
look,
it
I'll put
really
it in my
went to
microphone.
town. Boop, 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 boop.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, it's so floury.
I got to make this cocktail, so.
Yes. So, you want to make the cocktail? Amy?
Yeah,
Wanna
so
make
you do
So
you.
anyway,
Yeah.
this is what 90-minute rise looks like. Probably a little longer because it was in
Very
the car.
impressive. This
but,
one's like legit.
Yeah.
I mean,
so,
they both are just that's. Okay.
So that's
Stop
where.
smacking the dough.
But we're gonna punch it down and we're gonna roll it out, which I think is the fun part. So let's make
Okay.
a cocktail because I need a cocktail to do
Yeah.
the rolling.
Okay. So because Rebecca took the lead on the bread today, I'm making the cocktail today.
Yes.
And this is called a blushin' Russian. I have of Russian and other Eastern European descent, so I thought this was fitting. So blushin' Russian is equal parts amaretto, Kahlua, a vodka, milk, and cream. And you just do. I'm doubling it, so, and I've got ice in here, but you know this is like a little watery. Gotta shake some of that out. Okay, so it is If it were just a single serving, it would be 1 ounce of each, but I'm making 2, obviously, because there's 2 of us.
Thank God you
And
took
so
math, Amy.
just doing, the jigger is 1 ounce, so I'm going to do 2 of each of these things. 1. I hope it fits in here. This is going to be a lot of liquid. And to 2. And then we got our Kahlua.
This looks so good.
For the blushin' Russian. What? Oops, I spilled. I realize when I watch back our show, like, I'm very sloppy. I'm very messy.
Right?
I make a
You're
mess.
having fun in the kitchen.
Which,
That's all that matters.
you know, yeah. Whatever. It is what it is. All right, now we've got our vodka.
Don't be stingy, Amy.
You know I don't like it very strong. I'm doing 2 ounces of each. All right, and then
You're pouring
there's
it. Though. You're
already,
very-
2 ounces of both milk and cream in this. So bam, just pouring that in. I chose this today, one, because it's called the Blushin' Russian, and it's a funny name, but also because Challah's kind of sweet, and so I wanted to do a sweet cocktail to go with it. So I'm going to shake it. I just got this cocktail shaker. Let's hope it doesn't make a big mess.
So far, so good. You look good, Amy. You look good.
I'm shaking it. I'm shaking it. It looks like it's going to taste good.
It looks like it's going to taste good. I love that. Yes.
All right. Oh, God. Again, making a mess. I'll clean that
As
up.
you do.
All right. And I'm pouring. You know what? I probably could have just done 1 of this because I didn't have to double this. But, you know, the crew can have it after. Are they allowed to drink on the job, I wonder? What do you think? Can I have a paper towel, please? Clean up my mess. Thank you. Oh, I splished you. Just wipe myself.
I got it.
Thanks, girl. All right. So
I
this
can't wait.
is.
I'm excited.
I hope it's good. This is the Blushin' Russian.
How can it be? How can it not be good?
I know it's
saw
got
what
some
went
good stuff.
in it.
I've never had amaretto before, so
What?
l'chaim.
Cheers. L'chaim. Oh gosh. Oh, that's a treat.
Ooh, it is a treat.
That's delicious. I'm sorry you're not here.
yeah. That is really good.
That amaretto is so nice.
I like that amaretto.
It
All
almost
right.
gives it like, and this is going to be a weird thing to say, but like a cherry.
Cherry
where
and
the-
sort of like a, I don't know. That's just good. All right.
That's wonderful.
It is wonderful. All right, let's moving on.
You know,
We're-
I'll move mine
'cause
to
we're really
my-
flying through time today.
Okay, so what I did was I punched the dough down, and I divided mine into
Punched
6.
it.
I am going to make a 6 braided challah. Amy, because you have never done this before,
Yes.
I know you're very nervous. You're going to punch this down. Do you want me to help you, or you want to do it?
I'm gonna punch it.
Okay, punch it down, and you're going to divide it into 4 because you're going to make a 4.
I am
braided-
so mad at you right now. Sorry.
Yes, there we go. There we go. So
I'm not mad at you.
You are
I
not
love
mad.
you.
You love me.
I love you.
All right, you want to do it there? You want to do it here?
If there's room, I'll do it
There's
there.
room, there's
All
room.
right. Well, where are you? No,
So-
but yours too far away, so
I'm too far away.
yeah, you got to come over here.
I'm in it. I'm in it to win it. All right. So now Amy is going to divide hers.
I feel like I need a little more.
Go ahead, into 4. And what I'm doing is I'm rolling out the strands. Pressure to the middle, use your fingers, and draw the dough out. It should be about 18 to 24 inches long. And you want it to be long. It makes the braiding so much easier.
All right, I'm doing 4.
You're
doing
doing
6.
4. I'm doing 6.
Whoa.
So, and try to make them as even as you can. At home, I have a scale, and I'm a little A-type personality. I weigh mine out.
Whoa, that's
I'm
really,
intense. I mean, come on.
that's crazy.
I like things to be even. But you look how beautiful that. Look at this dough. It's so nice. Oh my God, I'm in love with this dough. Okay, so that is 1.
Rolling with
look
the
how
dough.
long. That's
Wow,
on now.
that's impressive.
So you just do this. This is the time-consuming part of this part of the dough. Is that you roll it out,
This is time consuming.
drag. So
Again, this is why I'm afraid of challah.
don't be afraid. So take towards the middle.
You're like, yeah, okay.
Take your
towards the
palms
mid-
and put some pressure towards you, and use your fingers to roll it outwards.
You're such a pro.
I've made this a few times.
I remember making challah like in Hebrew school.
Really?
Yeah. And it tasted delicious.
Honestly, you can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong with challah.
Hey, well, listen. While we're rolling this dough,
'Cause it
because
can't
I got
be
a lot
that
of dough to roll,
Interesting.
I think we should. I think we should roll to Southern California
Yes, roll to
for
your,
the Yiddish lesson of
roll
the
to your
day.
parents.
Yeah, special appearance today.
I love your parents.
Hi, Mom and Dad. Mom's in.
Amy,
Hi. Hi, Mama.
what's up?
Not much. Just it's well, I think when this airs, it won't be
Tomato.
Christmas. Like I got a Hanukkah bush.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy, don't tell. Jews love Christmas trees, don't they?
I don't
So I
know.
hear. I think they do.
I don't
My
know.
Jewish friends certainly do.
Well,
I
then,
just needed a little cheering up, and I got a tree today. But by the time this one airs, Hanukkah and Christmas are long over. But whatever.
Okay.
Anyway, hi guys. So Mom, you're making a special appearance today on the Yiddish lesson of the day. It's very nice to have you. You look adorable with your rosy cheeks.
I
You
can't hear.
me.
I
I
don't
know
have
you
my.
can't hear anything I say.
Oh,
What is today's Yiddish word?
mensch.
Mensch. That's a good one. Well, tell us
Spell-
what mensch means.
Okay, there's two ways to spell it, M-E-N-S-H or M-E-N-C-H. It's the
Not
same.
SCH? MENS?
No, no,
MENCH.
M-E-N-C-H.
All right.
Right from Harry Golden's The Joys of Leo Roston's The Joys of Yiddish.
The joys of Yiddish.
The
Okay.
Joys of Yiddish. So
So
mensch,
what is the definition?
definition of mensch is a person. What happened to it?
You don't remember?
No, I lost. I lost.
He's the main mensch.
I got it. I got it.
Numero uno mensch.
In our family, he's the main
Mensch,
mensch.
mensch is a human being,
A human being.
not an upright, honorable, decent person.
Yes, it's more than just a human being.
You know, it's like
Mom
a
is right
good-
behind you. It looks like you have hair. You're blocking her face and it just looks like you have a piece of hair popping out.
the way you were
The way
standing behind me. It
It's
looks like
you
I
a
had hair.
hair. All right,
Go
so
behind me.
mensch
There,
is
we'll do it again.
okay.
But in our family, he's the main mensch.
Yeah, well,
He
obviously.
is.
So a mensch is a stand-up person, like a
Stand up,
Make a wish.
make a wish. A stand up,
Rub 3 times. So it's-
a stand up person, a person who
That's
helps
good.
other people, a person who takes responsibility, a person who speaks the truth.
yeah. Who does
you
things
get-
for people, who's selfless, and
Exactly. That's
like your
what
friend Bobby is a mensch.
Bobby is a mensch.
He's like your Shabbos boy. He comes and he changes your lights for you when you can't reach him, and he's just a
Yeah.
selfless
Yeah.
person. And he's not.
Bobby,
Somebody that cares.
you don't have to be a Jew to
You don't have to be a
mensch.
Jew to be a mensch. I know. He's
No,
a. He's a,
somebody
he's
that
a
cares about other people.
And you don't have to be a mensch
Not
to be a
just
Jew,
himself.
you know. A
Well,
mensch is a mensch.
I think a mensch is a mensch.
But it's an honor to be a mensch.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah, it
there
is.
can be a lot of other things and not be a mensch.
true.
But
Yeah.
a mensch is someone of consequence, someone to admire and emulate, someone of noble character. Now there's a real mensch.
I like it.
okay?
Someone of noble character. That's very nice.
And
A
a
mensch.
mensch,
Oh, he's
would
such a
have what-
mensch.
and the mensch would possess what is known as menschkeit.
Menschkeit.
Yeah, just put a K-E-I-T on the end of mensch and you got what a mensch is. So there you go.
All right.
It's free to be Jew with me.
Am I done?
This,
Am I-
again, this is why Mom doesn't do these lessons, because they end up being a lot longer when she's in them.
Yeah, because her
Is it
hair
her
takes up too
shenanigans?
much time. Her hair takes up too much time.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, so what else
Well,
is
yeah,
new?
that's
right.
that's it. That's our Yiddish
Well,
lesson of the day. So
it's-
thank you for that. And oh,
It's always fun. It's
See
always,
you later.
it's
bye, Mom. I love
always,
you.
it's always fun to do this. So
I'm glad you enjoy
let's
it.
do it again sometimes.
Okay. So
All
we
right.
we shall.
Okey-doke.
Till then, I love you and
Love
shalom.
you, love you too, and see you around.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Amy is really getting into the
Yeah.
the Hanukkah.
It's a turkey.
Oh my God, Amy,
It's like someone's grabbing my boob.
the Challah Atcha girl. Oh my God. Amy.
Okay.
Okay, so let's get to rolling now.
That
we've
was
done
really long, and now we're like, wow.
Okay, so Amy, roll your last bit out. Show everybody your technique.
I was panicking because it was taking long. Then I was like, oh wait, I think you can kind of do this. Wee.
So everybody has their own way of
Yeah.
rolling dough.
This really, I think they do this when they make ramen. I
Okay.
think this is a trick when you make ramen with your own.
I love it. Do you, Amy?
Do me. Okay. Good.
Okay, so the way that you start this is
Stretch
you
it.
take the pieces
Oh.
and you make a nice
Attach them all together.
little attachment together. And then I find it nice to kind of fold it under that way.
Makes
they stay.
sense. I'm
So
gonna
now,
move mine
Amy,
over a little bit.
Yes, go ahead.
Give you some
You're
room.
going to do the 4, which is over, under, over. That's the pattern.
Oh God, here
Over,
we go.
Over, under. So over,
Over,
under this one,
under, and then over.
And over.
Oh.
and then this one comes all the way to the side. So now
Oh
you're
my
going to just
God,
do
look
it
at
again.
that. I'm done. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, then over,
Yep, and try to keep it
under,
Yes, good, nice and close.
and then over. It's already looking like challah.
It already looks like hollow.
Or an alien. Or an octopus.
Like an octopus. Yeah, I was going to say an octopus.
Well, then I won't eat it because, All right. All right, so I'm going to keep going. I'm going over.
Over, under, over.
And
Okay.
then under.
So I am just
Over.
finishing the 6th
And then
one
you're doing
here.
that crazy, like, 6 thing. You're very brave, Rebecca.
So
Over.
we're putting them all
Under.
together.
Over.
And we're folding it under.
It's looking like
And so now for the
challah.
6, you divide it into 3 and 3. And so you take the outside one and you put it over these two.
Over 2.
Move it towards the middle. Yep.
Whoa.
Yep. And you're going to move these over to the left.
This is so
Outside left. And you move that towards the middle. Oh, I'm trying to
Whoa,
remember.
mine's looking good.
Towards the middle. There we go. Then you have these 3.
Gorgeous.
And then you take the outside
Hello, gorgeous.
and you put it over the 2. You move these 2 over. Take the outside and you put it over. And then you make 3 on this side. And you just keep doing this.
I'm done.
Did you finished it?
Yeah, tucked it.
There we go. That goes this way. So now, Amy, get your baking sheet.
What am I? Oh,
And it goes over this way.
my baking sheet's over there.
Perfect.
Can,
Perfect, Amy.
We
Okay.
don't need to put this in the oven. We'll just,
No, no,
do we?
no.
And we'll just,
No, we don't need to.
because it's got to rise.
It has to now rise for an hour. So you're basically just taking the outside and moving it to the middle, outside moving it to the
That's
middle.
beautiful.
Right? And you always have 3. You're going to have 3 pieces.
So you're going over a double, and then you're going in over the 3.
Because then you have these 3 that's back
Holy
over here.
cow. And then you go
Start
over
from the
the
outside,
double.
and you go
Now
over
you
the
just did
double.
1 that time, though. Not 2?
No. Because
no,
this is 3,
Oh, I see. I'm very confused
and
now.
then this is 3.
You
You always have 3.
Oh, okay.
And then you take this and you go over.
Oh, wow.
And then there's only 2 over here, which means now you need to make a 3rd. So you come on over.
That's really impressive.
You know me. I'm going to go ahead and move this.
So this needs to get like a wash of some sort, right?
Yes, this is where the egg white comes in that you have saved from the, hold on, so that was the last one.
Do we have that?
I have an egg back there, yeah, just grab
Okay. Do you want me to crack it?
Yeah. The egg whites. And so then you start to get towards the bottom. It starts to get harder to,
So I'm just doing white on this.
just the white.
Okay.
It starts to get harder to, once it gets like too convoluted.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Amy, who
Man,
hired
I'm so
you?
good at this.
So once you get to about that, it's just these little pieces. You tuck them under.
Do that again.
Tuck them under. tuck
Take
them under.
2.
So now what I found is it's good to keep it pretty close, keep it pretty straight, and keep it about the same size. Because if it starts to get off in the size, then it's not going to cook evenly. So it's nice when it is all the same like thickness all the way
Anything else
through.
go in this?
No,
Egg white?
just the
Okay.
egg. Oh, you know what? You know what I did put? I put honey in the last time that I did it, and I really liked that.
Okay.
This is a nice little soft. Oh, you know what? I didn't bring a brush, but
Boop.
you know what I do when that
I
happens?
think there might be one here.
Is there?
I think so.
That's right. Let's just do this. Use my finger again because
Or not.
why not?
And you use paper towel.
I use paper
Or
towel.
not.
So I just mix
It's almost
these
time to eat this challah.
up
Not this one
together.
because it's not ready. But
Yeah. Okay. So what happens now is, yep. Take that.
rub it.
Don't
Brush
leave
it.
on there.
This is this is smart with the paper towel
No, just
because those brushes are also very hard to clean.
do what works.
You can also you can sprinkle seeds. Some people
Oh,
do.
yeah, poppy seeds,
poppy
sesame
sesame
seeds.
seeds.
I mean, if you wanted to get like
Keep it au
crazy.
naturel, which I kind of like.
I was like,
actually.
I like natural. My kids also don't love a ton of like seeds and stuff on theirs. So,
I get
okay.
it. All right. So those are ready to go. And
So now these are going to sit.
sit. Yeah.
So you you probably also don't do the egg wash now, but you let them sit for an hour, they rise again,
Oh.
then you put the egg wash
Oh, we
on.
did that too soon.
It's fine.
Too soon.
It's fine.
Well, it's all right.
Because you want the people to see.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Let the people see.
Amy, look at this yeast.
Oh,
See?
oh
You
my
can tell
God.
it's super active. Can you see that up from above?
The yeast is
Look at that.
foaming.
That's
Ooh.
how you know it's
It looks like sea
good.
foam.
Well, there's that.
Girl, go get your
Oh,
challah.
I'm sorry. Let me get the challah out of the. I'm sorry. I was so impressed with
I
how active
know.
the yeast was. Okay.
So of course there's a challah prepared. Ooh.
So I did
Look at
this
that.
one
Get some
this
honey.
morning, and I can put this here so you could see. Oh, it's kind of raw eggs.
It's
That's
so
okay.
pretty.
This is actually the same braid as Amy's braid that Amy did.
Yes.
And we'll take a picture of this and we'll show you how these come out. You'll be able to see it on our Instagram.
And that means we can't take a bite.
But you can take a bite of this one.
Oh, okay.
This one's
Good,
done.
'cause I
This
wanna
one's cooked.
eat it.
Let's do it.
All
So
right.
now you also don't cut challah.
Right, you tear it.
You tear it. It's supposed to be like a communal shared bread. Look how pretty.
So pretty.
it's
Yes, you
not-
tear. You
it's
do
not
not
difficult.
cut.
Just careful.
Unless you're making French toast with leftovers,
No,
which
yeah.
is delicious. I mean, obviously everybody knows challah French toast is. So butter is good on challah, anything. But here, I brought some local honey. This is Sag Harbor honey. I'm gonna drizzle a little honey on mine. Do you want a little on yours?
I'm
Do you
telling you.
want a little honey on yours?
Yeah.
Honey? Oh, that's
for
not
my
very
honey.
much. That's right. This is local honey. So if you have allergies, always good to have local honey.
So now I love the sweetness from the honey that's in this. And I'm telling you, it's fine to bake it with regular
I'm
sugar.
gonna taste it without the honey first.
So good, right? It's
so
amazing.
good.
It's worth it.
My God.
And you know, my favorite thing is when I was doing the research about this bread, people who were Jewish, not Jewish, everyone was making it. And everyone has like their own idea of the different kinds of breads. Oh, raisins.
Yes,
Some people put raisins in there. I don't love raisins in mine.
I'm not big on that either.
I don't like raisins in my bread, but you can put that in there. It's delicious. I've had that plenty of times. Oh my God, so good. But like everyone has their version of challah, and it's a wonderful thing that I think the Jewish community has been able to share, and that people have embraced and really enjoyed and taken it on and made their own, which I love.
So make your own because it's worth it.
Make your own.
Well,
So anyway, that's today.
that's it.
That was challah. We did
Thank you.
challah in 30 minutes.
Challah in 30 minutes.
Oh my God, challah.
So thank you for
girl.
joining us for Two Jews Making Food. I'm Amy.
And I'm Rebecca, and join us next time for some more schmaltz and shtick. Cheers, l'chaim. Yay, we made it.